They ask, quote, I've had the original 2 doses of the vaccine and a booster. Why do I need another shot? So, Dr. Del Rio, do you want to take this one for me?
Absolutely, Olga. First of all, I no longer like to talk about boosters, right? We don't talk about boosting our flu vaccine. Every year we get an updated flu vaccine. As the viruses evolve, new versions of the vaccine are being developed. And I don't call them a booster, I'm calling it an updated vaccine. So you have received previous vaccines. You need to get now an updated vaccine because the virus has changed. And as a result of that, your protection is not as good with the protection you previously had. So the reason is, as the virus evolves, you got to get a new vaccine, but it's not a booster, it's actually an updated vaccine.
So, Dr. Constant, almost a follow on for that very question is are people just at vaccine fatigue? Are people just tired of rolling up their sleeves and getting another shot? And if so, what do you do about it? What can we do about that?
Absolutely. Vaccine fatigue has set in, and it has been very difficult. The past year and a half to 2 years has been quite difficult in the office because not only do I have to talk or encourage the COVID vaccine, more than anything, I'm trying to encourage the regularly scheduled vaccines that used to not be such a problem. We used to have the issue with MMR, and some people didn't really want to give their child the HPV vaccine, but now it's turned into just vaccines in general has been a problem. And so I try to educate my patients. I explain the importance. I explain the fact that they don't see certain diseases because we've managed to, basically eradicate certain diseases in our community because of herd immunity. I have tried every angle. I've explained that we in the United States have the luxury of refusing vaccines because most people have never seen polio in real life. They've never seen, any diseases that have pretty much been eradicated. And therefore, they feel that they are safe and they don't need vaccines. So I have really tried to emphasize the importance of community health, herd immunity, vaccination, scheduling, but it has been very, very difficult, very difficult. And I think that, one of the most important things is to amongst our colleagues is for us to be on the same page. With all this discord, it's very hard for patients to trust because physicians within my own community, just my own colleagues, have different ideas about vaccines or the COVID vaccine. So when, just like in your home with little kids, if the parents are fighting and can't be on the same page about something, then nobody's going to fall in line in the house. And that's what's happened now with vaccines. They're receiving so much different information and so many different perspectives, and schools are not requiring it anymore, and the health department can give you an exemption, and everybody's just kind of fallen a little loose about the vaccine scheduling. So it's not that important. Parents don't find it that important, or they wait and they say they're going to read about it and they'll think about it and they'll do it later. And it's been very easy for them to do that. So I think that we need to have a unified front. I think that we all need to, have the same idea, give the same information, and back each other up so that our patients can actually trust us again. Because right now they are not trusting us, and they're not trusting, the just announcements that are being put out because they think that whichever company is putting out an announcement has their own agenda, which is not true. So I think we need to really work on our presentation and how we are presenting our information and how we are discussing with each other, the importance of vaccines.